Thank you for checking out my podcast. I'm Matthew Krekeler, proud father of 2 daughters. Caley is 2.5 and she just started preschool. And Nora was born in June and loves learning from her big sister. My wife and I have been happily married for 6 years, and we're journeying through the challenges and many joys of raising our family while we both work full time. My wife Becca has her master's in social work along with her LCSW, and she works with survivors who have experienced sexual assault or domestic violence. And I'll also mention that she had an unmedicated delivery with our second child. So yeah, she's pretty amazing. And I went to film school in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I've been working in video production for over 10 years. I love what I do, and I have many hobbies, from designing board games to hockey to creating escape rooms. But my greatest love is being a dad. So I started this podcast as a passion project to connect with other dads and share stories, and hopefully inspire a generation of great fathers. The name of this podcast was inspired by a phrase made popular by Kobe Bryant. In an interview, Kobe Bryant was asked how he would react if he had another girl after already having 3 daughters. And without hesitation, he said, "I would have 5 more girls if I could. I'm a girl dad." This podcast is not to exclude or devalue fathers of sons, but to reverse the stigma of raising girls. For all of the girl dads, if you have ever been asked when you'll try for a son, or felt pressure to pass on the family name, or had someone assume that you'd be disappointed by not having a boy, then you know what I'm talking about. I hope to speak to all fathers, but especially to acknowledge those fathers raising daughters, because we are given a special calling. As girl dads, we are challenged to navigate a world of girls that we just aren't familiar with, but it is worth the effort. Fatherhood is so important. How we raise our kids directly affects the future. It impacts our well-being, our families, and our communities. We have tremendous responsibility to the future men and women of our society. In many ways, we have let them down. We've let them down when we prioritize our careers over our families, or pass on angers and fears or prejudices to those who look up to us. And still, in our culture, there is a societal preference for sons over daughters. Now is the time for positive change, to empower our daughters, to build strong fathers, strong families, and a strong nation. And it starts with us. Thank you for being on this journey with me, and if you like this podcast, please share it. There is no greater joy than being a dad.